To the last credit here, coming at you guys with our latest review for Miller Farrow's much anticipated Baywatch. Baywatch is the adaptation of the classic 1970s.
Sorry, you cut off.
Oh yeah. Oh, sorry. It's the adaptation of the 1970s.
90s.
90s. The 90s show, the famous 90s show that starred David Hasselhoff, Pamela Anderson. This film is directed by Neil Berger and it stars Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Seth Gordon.
Well, is it?
Yeah, it's Seth Gordon.
Are you serious? This entire time I thought it was Neil Berger.
The guy who did Divergent?
Yes. Holy fuck. Oh. Well. Damn, the entire movie I was just like, Seth, I was just like, Neil Berger is doing
it started in 1980.
Okay. I was just like, Neil Berger is doing such a good job with this movie. Oh my gosh. But, never mind. Seth Gordon. This film is directed by Seth Gordon, and it stars Dwayne Johnson, Zac Efron, I cannot pronounce her name, Alexander Daddario, Kelly Roach-Chabak, and a bunch of other people. Oh, and Hannibal Buress is in this movie. But, yeah, me and Miller, we got to see it tonight at a screening. Miller, I'm also joined by Miller Farrow. How you doing?
Good.
This was Miller's super most anticipated movie of all. I was about to say of all time. Of this
I wouldn't go that far.
Of this year. This was his most anticipated movie of this year. And pretty much want to go through the film, say what we liked about it, say what we didn't like about it. And just, kicking off with Miller. Miller, did Baywatch live up to your expectations? Did you enjoy this movie?
It did. I really enjoyed it. It's not perfect, which I didn't expect it to be, but yeah, it has some shortcomings, but it gave me what I wanted, and it was basically pretty much everything I expected it to be.
Yeah, same here. I mean, you said earlier, it lives up to everything. It lives up to the marketing. Everything you were promised during the TV spots or the trailers you saw, you get in this movie. And just like going through some of our, positives and standouts, it was hilarious. Like, I mean, me personally, I wasn't really that excited for this movie. It was kind of there. I was going to see it. I was going to see it. It was going to show up. But I was pleasantly surprised by Baywatch. Baywatch is a pretty good movie. Surprisingly so, I can say that it has good characters, has good chemistry between those characters. Everyone has something to do. Miller, what were some of your standouts from the film?
Yeah, definitely the chemistry of the characters. It really made me want to see another film out of this franchise just to see these people interact. Yeah, like you said, they're all really good characters and they have stuff to do. Like, even because in the middle of the movie I was getting kind of worried because it seemed like they were giving everything to Zac Efron, Dwayne Johnson, and Alexander Daddario. But then they definitely ramped it up for the rest of the movie. And it's just a really funny movie with very vulgar humor, but it doesn't feel like, okay, let's be... I mean, there are some cases where it does, but it doesn't feel like, okay, let's be vulgar just for the sake of being vulgar. So that was really nice. It was just really natural, and I really enjoyed the acting.
Yeah, and I want to jump off that point, too. This movie never, for me, too, this movie never felt, I hate, like, Neighbors, the first Neighbors, anything Seth... I have a lot of respect for Seth Rogen and Evan Goldberg. A lot of the shit they've made for the last few years does not make me laugh. Cause
Neighbors 2 is incredible.
I'm still going to watch it, Miller, I promise you. But, those movies don't make me laugh because I feel like they are strictly just trying to be vulgar. They're just strictly trying to be disgusting. But this movie, it never felt like that. The dialogue was on point. Like,
I agree.
It was funny. It was sharp. It was witty.
And, went very smoothly and came very natural.
Yeah, like, whether it was improv or the script by Damian Shannon and Mark Swift, they just knew how to write these characters, and the actors, every single one of these actors, some of these actors, like the character who plays CJ, that this was really her first film, and she brung it. Everyone brung it and delivered these lines to exceptional capability. And just going off with something, yeah, like how you said, this is a good team. This is a fantastic team, and it really lives up to what Dwayne Johnson said about this being the Avengers of the Beach. They are. There are a couple moments where I was just like, this is a superhero movie. Like getting this team together, getting all the new kids in the seniors together and going to stop the bad guy. It felt like superhero movie at times.
And the cops are like, don't butt into this investigation. And like they're vigilantes.
Yeah, seriously, they're fucking vigilantes. And they explain it into a point where you understand too. It's not just them trying to break the rules. It's not them just trying to be like, oh, we're the outlaws or whatever. We're just going to do whatever. You understand where Mitch is coming from, where Stephanie is coming from. You understand where they're coming from. Of we just want to protect our beach because we see all this shit go down and no one has. They're not discounting the cops. They're just saying, "Hey, we're there. Let's do it." They're like you said, they're vigilantes. We're there.
It's their beach.
Exactly.
They gotta protect the bay.
Yeah, this is their turf. They're Baywatch. They're watching that bay. But what were just some of your favorite moments and standout characters from the film?
Well, do you want to get into spoilers or?
Like
how you want me to do like favorite moment?
Try to walk around it just a little bit.
The movie included in their everyday life. Like at first, I was a little like, not that the story was bad. I mean, it was typical like drug trafficking stuff. But at the beginning, it did feel a bit like the story was bringing everything else down. But then the two really came to coincide as the movie went on. But yeah, I really just enjoyed seeing the characters live their daily life on the beach, because that was really entertaining to me, because that's really what I was looking for with the movie. And I would say, I mean, it's hard to pick favorites because like everyone's so good. Like Zac Efron, I think he keeps getting better with. He's a great comedic actor, I think.
Yeah.
Like he's got, like, he's funny. He's got something unique about him that not all comedic actors have, and he's really great here. The Rock, I mean, obviously he's The Rock, but he's really fun, and it's cool to see him be so vulgar because you don't usually get to see that.
Yeah. Yeah, like seeing him say "fuck" a lot was just sometimes it was surprising.
Yeah. But then, CJ, she was really great. Character could have been really one note, but between how she was written and how she played her, gave it a lot of personality. Alexander Daddario. This might be my favorite role of Alexander Daddario. Like she looked. I mean, she's always beautiful, but like here, she just lit up the screen all the time, and she was just really like she fit very well into the character she was playing in the movie's universe. And then Robbie was really funny. It never felt like they were. It never felt like they were like, oh, he's the comedic relief. Let's just force him into this stuff. And the other actress too, I can't remember her name or the character. She worked really well and fit with the team or family.
It was Stephanie. Yeah, her name's Stephanie.
Yeah, Stephanie.
Yeah, she really stood up. Robbie was just great. Robbie to me, he was just like, it's just that actor, he has to be really brave to do what he's doing.
Yeah.
And he really stole the show for me. It's, like you said, Zac Efron and Dwayne Johnson, they were great. And then, I'll go into negatives later, but, they all were just so fun to be around. I mean, Alexander Daddario, I really liked her character as well. My only problem is sometimes she was a little bit of an... Like, toward the end, she started getting turning into a little bit of an airhead. I felt like a little bit...
What do you mean?
I don't know, there's just a couple of... Like, the way she was delivering her lines, she's just like... You're supposed to sound a little smarter than that, but... yeah, but... I digress. But, I mean, all the characters are great. My standout moment, honestly, was them in the morgue. Like, that was fucking hilarious.
That's great, yeah.
I mean, that, like, the fat dropping, that's in the trailer, but the fat dropping, seeing that with an audience was just so rewarding.
I was surprised, like, I'm like, how far are we going with this?
Yeah. Yeah, that was fantastic. But, leading into some of, like I said, like, not every movie's perfect, and, this movie does have its problems. As good as it is and as surprising it does have its problems. Miller, what were some of yours?
Some of the humor I think is a little bit forced, but like just here and there. I mean, that happens with a lot of comedies. Just sometimes, like for the most part, it's really impressive with how it's vulgar, but doesn't feel forced. But I think, like for example, Robbie, when he had all that chest on his hair, I thought that was a little too much.
Yeah, and it went away.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I would assume they would just like shave it immediately.
Yeah.
Then I think the story about the drug trafficking, well, I thought they did it well for like just being like, oh, it's a story like that. It's in a lot of those movies. I think it took a little bit to get going because it was kind of like bringing down the rest of the movie, and that's all I got off the top of my head. What about you?
I'll going off the drug trafficking thing. It just seemed, and this is a little unfair, but it did seem just kind of like this is 21 Jump Street. Like that.
Yeah, I don't know if they did that on the. I don't know if they've done. I haven't really seen the Baywatch show. I'm not sure if they did that on the show at all, or what kind of stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, and I didn't mind. I know we're talking about like what we didn't like, but I actually didn't mind the villain. I thought she was actually pretty cool.
Oh yeah, I liked her. Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, the plot, the drug thing did kind of, because it kind of got lost within trying to train Brody, and then it just came back. So
yeah, true.
Yeah,
I think when it came back, it was like, and it became like more of the focus, or like they were balancing more with the movie. I thought it worked a lot better.
Yeah, yeah, and my problems with the movie really were just it starts very, very strong, with all these characters coming together, and then as you said earlier, I think it has a really sloppy middle and kind of comes to a dead halt for me sometimes because. The reason I like this movie is the ensemble. I like seeing the 6 characters we got, and I like seeing them bounce off of each other, and then it comes a moment in the film where it's just like, it's the Zach, Dwayne, and Alexandria show, and I'm just like, where the fuck is everybody else?
Mm-hmm.
It's just like...
they didn't have to be part of what they were doing, but we could have seen them doing something else.
Yeah, exactly. Like, they just kind of fell
off... doing their job.
Yeah, they kind of fell off the board. And then it became the Zac Efron show, and it's just like, where is everybody else? I want to see the team. I don't want to see just... And not nothing against Zac Efron or the character of Matt Brody. That's just such a ridiculous name.
It's so perfect for Zac Efron.
I know. But
he's it sounds like he sounds like a swimmer too, Matt Brody.
Yeah, it just sounds like such a douche. But yeah, that was my problem. It's like I liked seeing the ensemble, so I'm just glad when it started ending, like when it came around to the third act, everybody's back on deck and everybody's doing the ensemble thing again. So that was awesome. And then another thing, just sloppy editing and transitions. I really noticed that, and also some of the sound was off. Like some of the characters were moving their lips, and it's not matching what they were saying.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't notice that.
Yeah, I noticed that a few times. So yeah, that was the only things that really pissed me off because it's just like whoever edited this movie needs to like go drown in a beach.
Shit. Not holding anything back.
Yeah, and some of the CGI. Look, this isn't a giant super blockbuster, but some of the CGI did bother me, especially when Dwayne was on that boat and like all the debris was flying around him. I was just like, that's not there. You can tell that's not there. But before we close out, did you want to take this chance to talk about spoilers if you had any?
Did I? I mean, yeah, I guess off the top of my head, I'll say this. I liked how.
One second.
Oh,
okay. So we're gonna mark this where we're gonna talk about it, and then we're gonna mark where we're gonna stop talking about it. So just hit mute if you haven't seen the movie.
Yeah, I liked how it became I don't know if you like this as much, but how how they first half was like, oh, it's The Rock leading the team, and then the second half is Zac Efron. I like that how they balanced it and like did it with their character arcs.
Yeah, I mean, I like that. It's just I just wish they would have kept the team in there, but I
mean, it was pretty team oriented though.
Yeah, but I just wish they
Zac Efron came into the focus.
Yeah, but I mean, I like the whole entire pass. The passing of the torch wasn't bad.
Yeah, and what do you think about the cameos?
I didn't like either.
I like David Hasselhoff, but I thought, I mean, it was made. I wouldn't have liked it really that much if he hadn't had the scene on the
On
beach.
the beach, yeah, at the end of the credits.
It was weird though because it seemed like from the set photos of when David Hasselhoff was on the set, it seemed like he and The Rock were going to do a running scene, which would have been cool. But yeah.
And also, didn't that scene with them? It didn't really seem like they were in the same room. The way they were filming.
When?
I don't know. It's just when they were in the Sprint office, it didn't actually seem like they were in the same room. Just the way it was being cut.
That's interesting. The Sprint room. Yeah, Pamela Anderson's was just very like. I don't know. I think they could have put that in better, or they could put her in a better way.
I just wonder why she didn't talk. Is that her thing, or they just didn't have anything for her to say?
Yeah, that's good. That's a good question.
It's just a really awkward thing to end your movie. That wasn't the ending of the movie, was it? Because the ending of the movie.
No, the ending of the movie was them running.
Yeah, that was perfect. That was awesome.
Zac Efron just eats it.
Yeah. Which I just wonder if that's scripted or who's that like.
It looked like The Rock pushed him. It looked like The Rock was just like, let's mess this guy up.
Oh yeah, this is another thing too. When they're at the swimming pool, and then Zac Efron tried to push The Rock, and he's just like, shit.
I really want to know like what in this movie was scripted and what.
I know. Yeah, and also like blooper reels, man. Bring that back, please. Bring back blooper reels and credits. It's great.
The last time I saw that was Mike and Dave in Wedding Dates, coincidentally.
Oh, was that? They did that during that movie? Oh yeah, they did. Oh yeah. But yeah, it's like I'm also in the credits. He was just like, I like the way your chest looks too. I don't like the way you sit.
Yeah.
That was great.
Yeah, they were clearly having a ton of fun.
Yeah, that's what I like about blooper reels, because it makes you like, do they actually like each other, or so like it's just nice to see the chemistry. But yeah, we're off of spoil unless there's anything else.
I'm good.
Yeah, we're off of spoilers. Well, just one more thing. Well, no, I'll leave it. But
what is it? No, we can
okay, it. Yeah, but I just think it's funny that they blew up the villain.
Yeah.
Like, holy shit.
At first I was like, what did he hit her? Oh shit, that was a firework.
Was he stalling? Or was he just, like, actually saying... Because was he looking at the thing beeping up, or was he actually just, like, I'm actually, like, made of the ocean, and, you know, I, like, have a whale's cock on my back or something?
No, I don't think he was stalling.
Oh,
I think he was just... because he was on a high from being stabbing himself with the with that thing.
Which, by the way, that's good writing. That's good fucking writing. If you introduce something in your movie, bring it back. That's
they did that with The Watch too.
Yeah, like
I was like, please don't have Zac Efron steal the watch. Oh.
That's what you're supposed to do.
And also when Zac Efron was like, when he sees her shoe, it's like, that's not so bad, and then her leg.
I thought something else was gonna fall out.
Got her head.
Then he's just like, that's good luck. Got that up. Yeah. And then he was just like, oh no, I'm full of adrenaline. I'm probably gonna die.
I need medical.
Yeah, I need immediate medical attention. Oh man, that movie it's just such a pleasant surprise. But okay, anything else?
No, I'm good.
Okay, so we're off of spoilers. Just closing thoughts, Miller, about Baywatch.
Really enjoyed it. Give me what I needed and wanted from the movie. It was like I was just watching the movie. I'm like, this thing is full of testosterone. This is perfect. And I can't wait for the sequel, assuming this does well at the box office. Hopefully it does. Deserves to do.
Hopefully it does better than all the box office apocalyptic companies are predicting.
Oh, they're not predicting to do that well?
Oh, no, it's just everybody is just so worried about this summer. It's just like...
Oh, okay.
You know, we were talking about before we got on the call, Transformers, Spider-Man.
I think people are being overly worried about Transformers.
Yeah. Like, it's gonna... People want to see their dumb shit. They're gonna go see their dumb shit.
The last one made $1 billion.
Yeah. So, yeah, and my closing on this Baywatch. And also, I forgot to bring this up. I like how everybody in this movie is eye candy. But they also have... Everybody has a character. No one is just subjected to, I'm the dumb, sexy blonde, I'm the dumb, sexy brunette, or none of the guys are just like, I'm a buff idiot. Even though Zac Efron is sort of an airhead, he still has a good arc. He has a great arc in this film. And so does Dwayne Johnson. Like, everybody is a character. They're not just... I felt
so bad for Zac Efron. I was like, that poor guy.
I like when he threw his medal. That's another thing. When he threw his medal, that's the same thing I thought of. I was just like, well, he has another one. And then the movie was just like, don't you have two? That's not the point.
Yeah, and then the Rock hands it back to him. He's like, how'd you find this? If it went up short, you only threw it 8 feet.
Oh, man. This conversation has actually made me like the movie a lot more. But I mean, look, I was pleasantly surprised with Baywatch. It's not something I went into very excited about, but I came out really liking it. It's nice to see a movie that's just funny. It's a nice little break in between all of the other, don't get me wrong, I like this stuff, but all the other apocalyptic and whatnot. Because I mean, this movie's going to come out 3 days after Alien Covenant, so that's going to be like
a week, yeah.
Yeah, a little...
Or less than a week.
Yeah, a little bright spot after you see a bunch of people die. So, I really enjoyed Baywatch. I like the characters, and I agree with Miller. I want a sequel. Definitely want a sequel to this.
The Baywatch cinematic universe.
Hell, maybe. But yeah, Miller, where can people find you?
You can find me at Miller Farrow on Twitter.
And you can also find me at Darren Lacey Jr. Darren Lacey Jr.'s reviews. I might have a solo review of Baywatch on my channel, maybe. But you can also find me at Darren Lacey Jr. on Twitter and here at Tool Last Credit. Check out this review. If you like this video, please give us a thumbs up. And if you like hearing us babble on about movies and TV and why Logan saved the comic book genre, check out that video as well. Click that subscribe button. So with all that being said, this is Tool Last Credits signing off.